What's up, traders? I want to talk a little morning mindset this morning about why it's so important that you need somebody to show you the way and where it is that you're trying to go to get from point A to point B. So, a little bit about me. Some of y'all know my story. Drugs, alcohol, addiction, depression. Dude, I was at the very, very bottom. If you saw pictures of me from 8 years ago, you wouldn't even recognize me. When I was at my bottom, I didn't even recognize myself. And the thing is, what kept me there for so long was the fact that I wasn't willing to admit that I was there to begin with. I was in such thick denial that for me to get from point A to point B, which is like, holy crap, I need some help. This is insane. Who is this person? I had to admit that that's where I was. And then I had to have somebody to reach their hand in of the hole that I dug myself and be like, here you go, man. Let me give you a hand. I've been there too. So, this was a long time ago, but the thing is, it's like this every single day. And how that relates to trading, you might be like, or, be an entrepreneur or whatever it is, wherever you're at. How that relates is typically through the day, we're still enacting the same compulsive behaviors that really kind of self-medicate us from the way that we're feeling. Most people trade that way. Now, to think that you're going to go from, trying to figure this out on your own. I'm going to watch this person's YouTube video. I'm going to watch this, and that. You might start to piece things together, and that's a great way to begin. But once you get in that pattern of blowing accounts, losing challenges, like you know that maybe you've seen a little bit of success and this will work for you, but you can't get to that, over that mental hurdle of like, I start getting it going and then I blow my account. I get funded and then I lose it. I take a challenge, I get up and then I blow it. And the thing is if you're not willing to, follow a set strategy, follow a set blueprint. Even if you have a blueprint or my blueprint and you're like, that's good, but I'm going to try this, and this, and this, and you don't give it enough time to work. And also when you're up, you don't actually walk away and just come back tomorrow because you haven't gotten out of that hole of I just got to make this happen now. Instead of just letting it happen, we have a saying, let go, let God, whatever you want to call it. You got to just let go and let things happen, because if you're on this path, that's eventually going to happen to you. This is an analogy that I like to use that, I think fits pretty well, especially when it comes to getting funded and a funding challenge. Imagine you've been hunting, right? And you've been buying all the guns, buying all the camo. You've been at the range, you've been shooting, you're got your shot dialed in, you've been reading magazines, you've been saving money, and then you're all right, I'm gonna go on this hunt and hunt the biggest moose or bear. Don't go killing any bears or moose, but you know what I'm saying. You got a big game hunt scheduled, and you're all right, I'm gonna go up to Alaska. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna shoot a moose. This is the dream of my life. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to come back because I know this is going to complete me as a person, or at least I think that, and it's going to complete me. And you study it up, you book the trip, you fly there, you fly on one of those planes where you land on the water and you're legit in the middle of nowhere. And then you have a guide there, somebody that's been in the woods, that has killed the moose before, that has everything that you need, the maps, the gear, the supplies to go out there and camp in the woods and cook up your food at night around the camp and help you track the moose, help you track everything and get to where it is that you're trying to go. So you can actually make this happen from somebody that's done it before, that does it for a living. And then you've been saving all your money, and then you get there and you land out on the campsite and you're like, nah, dude, give me 4 bullets. I'm going to go out in the woods alone. And you buy that challenge, you buy another challenge, you think you're going to do it on your own again, but you've been out there, you've been trying to figure it out on your own forever. You just got 4 days of ammo. And what happens to most people, they'll do a challenge and blow it within 4 days. Maybe you follow your risk management for a little bit, But eventually the same compulsive behaviors sets in, it takes over, because that has been etched in your mind. It's just like a behavior that's like, happens on a loop, right? So it's the very same, it's just the gambling mentality is what it is, for sure. So, I mean, it's such a good analogy, I think, because, if I have the blueprint for you, I have the map, and I can show you. And now we've actually even opened our own prop firm, so you can trade with us. We will fund you. We will show you how to do it, show you our strategy, teach you one-on-one, and you can do it with no time limit. And there's only one phase of the test anyways to get funded, so you can take your time. You can do it at your own pace, and that's what I would encourage everybody to do, rather than trying to do it in 10 days or 5 days, or you don't have to do it in 30 days. So, but that's beside from the point. All the resources that you need, including the funding from in-house, we've got you covered for. But it's like you fly in on the plane, you get out, you get on the woods, you're just like, give me the gun. I'm going to go get this moose. Maybe you will. Maybe you might get lucky and you walk around the corner and it's like, boom, you got it. And then you're like, holy crap, how do I get this thing out of here, right? How many people pass the challenge and then lose the funding? Or, don't get past the verification phase? Or, how many people have, even maybe you're not on a challenge, but you put some trades on, you get some winning trades, maybe even get lucky for like a week, month, 6 months, you put like 10K in the account and then blow the account, So, I mean, that's like the standard. That's that's 95%, the statistic that 95% of traders aren't profitable and don't get this. That's not a made up number. That's the truth. And I've worked with a lot of people, and the ones that get it are the ones that take the time to focus on risk management, focus on their trade psychology, then the strategy. Once you got the risk management dialed in and figured out, which really isn't that hard. We have a bot that will help you do that and help manage everything for you. Once you get that done, your trade psychology, you get in a winner's mindset, you get in a winning mindset, and then around some other people that have the same goals, the same ideas, the same values, the same culture, which is what I really try to create. Then it just creates a winning environment where you can be nurtured, you can get on the one-on-one calls, you can learn, and you can actually make progress instead of being stuck in this loop. So, don't get dropped out of the woods. Don't be studying this for years. I did it. I studied for years. I was trying to figure it out on my own. I went to like one mentor that was like the cheapest, and then I went to one that's a little bit more, now I've spent so much money on mentorship. I've done some crazy stuff, gone and stayed with gurus and chanted in the woods for like 12 days, like wearing all white. If you saw it, you'd be like, wow, okay, cool, glaze into that. But the thing is I've been so dedicated from where I was as a drug addict, alcoholic, and I was just somebody that was lost without a purpose more than anything. And being able to do this gives me a purpose for you all, So we try our best. We're transparent. We want to see you win. And the thing is about that, man, you don't have to figure this out on your own. I didn't have to get clean on my own. I know I tried it, and it got to the point for me where it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to do this on your own, but if you just think objectively about what we're doing here, trillions of dollars in the Forex market, right? Trillions of dollars, literally. And you're out there against billionaire hedge funds, algorithms, and you're like, I watched, a couple YouTube videos. I think I got this shit. It's like, what are you talking about? So it takes time. Trade on a demo. Don't trade your own money. And just take the time to learn over the course of a year or so, 6 months, put that into perspective about how much money you could potentially make compared to like going to a college degree for 4 years and getting in a ton of debt. Think of that, 6 months, trade on a demo, and then get to the point where you're taking a test for other people's capital rather than risking your own hard-earned money. That's the way to do it. To think that you're going to just figure this out on your own or take somebody's signal, it'll work for a little bit, including my signals, by the way. Some weeks are great. Some weeks are tough. This week's NFP. it's the way it goes. But ultimately what I'm doing is creating autonomous traders. So you have your own strategy based on what we're doing. You have a whole new understanding of the market, and you can go out there. You don't have to log into Telegram. You don't have to watch any videos. You can just turn on TradingView or MetaTrader 4 or 5 or whatever you're using. You can just turn that on and make money yourself. Ultimately, that's the goal, but you got to be patient, you got to be disciplined, and you have to be willing to learn and accept some help for sure. So that being said, whatever it is that you do, you don't have to try to figure this out on your own. You don't have to try to figure out being depressed on your own. You don't have to figure out being an alcoholic on your own. And the thing is like, we got our own thinking got us into that mess to begin with, right? So like somebody said to me one time, how can you think your way out of a prison made of thoughts? I thought myself into depression. I thought myself into victim consciousness, scarcity. I still do from time to time, that's for sure. But you think yourself into these situations, and to believe that you are going to think yourself out of them is just your own ego lying to you in order to keep you trapped there, so you can't level up, so you're unable to get to that next level, to really go for your dreams, visions, goals, and have ultimate freedom for you, yourself, your family, and whatever it is that you want to do with your life, right? So, I'm super blessed. I've gone after it. I'm going after it every single day. I'm about to go meet one of the guys in our group. He lives in Naples, or he doesn't live in Naples. He's an hour and a half away from where I'm at in Naples. And I'm going to go drive down there, spend the afternoon with him. I'm so stoked to be able to do that. And it's because I've taken time, discipline, read, got mentors, and really gone all in on trading and creating a life around that, so I can do whatever it is I want to do on whatever day it is, Thursday, right? So that's it. I want to offer the same thing for you all. We have Soul Funding. It's dropping. It's already available to the Accelerator group. You can trade our capital. You can take your own time. You can use our strategy, and you can really make this happen once and for all, especially if you're sick of figuring it out on your own. Because if that's your game plan, you're going to have a long road ahead of you, that's for sure. So if you want a shortcut or whatever it is, hit me up. Click the link below. Let's make it happen for you. Have an awesome day. We got NFP tomorrow. We'll be trading it live, and it's going to be epic. If you want to be a part of that, click the link below. Let's make it happen. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.